Yo, 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 what is going on, COD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we're going to be continuing our Top Stat series. This is where we take a look at the kind of top statistics across the entire game, but specifically for kingdoms that have enough data and enough progressed stats. An example would be if I look at the newest kingdom, which I think as of recording this might be 208, 209, right? Because it just started, there's no point in me getting data because, you know, their general power, alliance, power, merits, etc. would all be low. So for this one, we went from kingdoms 1 through 160. And in this video, we're going to take a look at the top 25 alliances for August of 2023, specifically capturing this data on August 13th, which is listed here. I did this in about a 5 to 6 hour window. I'm pretty shocked I did this faster than I thought I would. I think with the merge kingdoms actually helped out a little bit, so I didn't have to kind of go through as many individual kingdoms as we once did before, so that definitely helped out a lot. However, I'm going to say this for all these videos. I really hope that they eventually introduce individual kingdom leaderboards and not only limiting it to merged kingdom leaderboards or merged server leaderboards, so that way we can see how the individual kingdoms themselves are progressing, because obviously with migration, you being able to go and migrate to a specific home kingdom, right, that is something that is there. So hopefully that's something that they'll eventually add in the future. With all that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a look here at the top 25 kingdoms. I'm just going to do a big reveal, so I'm not going to do the whole, big Shibuya where we kind of do one by one. I'm also not doing differentials now, just because I started realizing that due to us not having home kingdom leaderboards, it didn't really feel honorable, so to speak, where I would really be kind of showing something off of, well, this is what the progression looks like, when there's just a lot more variables if I'm trying to do differentials from all of these alliances that are essentially from home kingdoms that are getting put into merged kingdoms, right? Which you can see right here, right? All of these alliances are from merged kingdoms. So, like I said, if we're able to look at individual leaderboards or home leaderboards down the road, then I'll start doing that. But I at least wanted to show you guys where the alliances currently are, understanding that there's a little bit more, a few more factors than what you would typically see in a home kingdom, for example. Okay, but again, we'll just kind of start top down, I guess. So number one, right, we still got TA, who is holding that top spot. You can see here that they've held the spot now, right? It was previously BDO who took it here on 6/10, and then before that on May, right, you ended up seeing them, and then even in February, right? So they kind of got taken over for a bit, but then were able to regain and kind of continue pushing that. So they got number one at 7.3, almost 7.4 bill. Number two is BDO for Blood Oath at 6.1, almost 6.2 billion. We got DNS at 5.4, 5.8. Number four is RK3's Ragnarok at 5.2. Number five is MIT Moontree 4.7. We got BXS Blood Oath Syndicate 4.6, we'll say. Number 7 is DX Decide 4.6. TM the Monsters 4.4. Number 9 is WA We Are 4.3. At number 10, TRIB Try 4.2. Number 11, Jedi. Gotta remember to say that correctly. Last Jedi 4.18. Number 12, Sung Reborn Sun 4.17. EIS, Miniature Shadow 4.13. Number 14, Warmongers at 3.9, or almost. Number 15 is BDM Blood Moon, 3.88, almost 3.9. Number 16, CK66, 3.81 there for their power in billions. Number 17, LOR is Legio v Roma, 3.76. Number 18, DR89 Dragon 79, 3.7. We got number 19, DNA Dragon Army, 3.7. Number 20, GXS Go Savages, 3.6. 21, GD War Gods, 3.6. We got 22, DSO Death Squad, 3.59, almost 3.6. HOG House of Goblins, 3.58. We got number 24, END Endgame, 3.56. Number 25, KON Kings of the North, 3.55 billion. So you can also see Bubble here is pushed from 2.71, where it was previously, now to 3.55, right? So you're looking at about a 1.74 billion bump for the Bubble. And then at Ceiling, which is essentially kind of, where did we look at the top or the number one position, 6.25, now 7.38. So you're looking at, what, a 1.13 billion increase there. So the good thing is that the bubble increased more than the ceiling. And that's one of the things I often talk about, where I'd like to see that the bubble's increasing more than the ceiling. Because then you feel like it's closing a little bit to eventually where, you'll, and again, you're always going to have kind of a hard cap, But given just how early the game is, you would essentially have to have, every player in an alliance maxed out, but you're still able to obviously train as many troops as you want. So there will always be that factor as well. But I imagine over a period of time, we'll eventually get somewhere, maybe, where the top 25 looks a little bit closer. And then if you look at something like the top 50, for example, right, it would probably be a little bit more varied in power differential. Beyond that, really that is all I got. Again, wasn't not expecting for this to be an incredibly long video. Like I said, I'm not doing differentials. Don't really have too many storylines, so to speak, on this one. It is something I am thinking about doing. However, it's one of those things where I would really have to invest a lot more time into doing something like that, where we can kind of create some storylines on maybe, hey, how did these alliances get to where they are, right? What transpired this season that maybe allowed for them to kind of get or retain the power that they have, or even get to the power if we saw an increase or a decrease, right? And where we're kind of factoring in the differentials, then maybe adding some nice storylines in. Something I'd love to do potentially if I'm able to maybe get to a point where I can do this full time. Unfortunately, the part time just really allows for me to kind of just do the bare minimum scrub and then be able to kind of show that off. So with that in mind, that's going to do it for me. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments down below. And as always, until next time, I will catch you later.